My goal is to build a mock for Brick Rodeo and the Albuquerque Brick Convention, one that takes up roughly a whole kitchen table, because that's the largest space I have to build with at my house. But also, I want this mock to be laid out in such a way that it's all on 48 by 48 base plates. So as you can see, here's one that hasn't been milled yet, that's just sitting here prepped. And then I have a couple of mills plates that are going to go for my transition from tarmac to desert. And then this base is what I started building a few months ago. Not sure what I was going to do with it until I decided I want to take it to a show. And so it also is fully milled out on the bottom. So the goal is to be able to set this up in such a way that I can move all of these base plates in their own boxes so that when I'm traveling from El Paso all the way to Austin, they don't break. Now, it's not always the easiest to do it that way because, terrain and things you build on top of it, they don't always fit in boxes. But I've learned over the past couple of years when trying to move Lego that the best way to do it is to break it down to smaller pieces. You don't want to move it on one giant piece. It's not going to work out. So if you look at the base, it's all one giant piece. The whole thing can be moved and lifted. Now, the second floor, I want to do a command center and some other rooms that we'll build out over the next couple of months. That's going to be a completely removable piece up here on top. Kind of like a modular building. That way, even something large like the building won't be this massive mountain I have to try and fit in the back of a car. It'll be 2 or 3 smaller pieces that are easy to move. So getting into the base, I want to make the main portion kind of 2 stories tall because I want it to look like a hangar so that when you go to pull a ship out, they're not trapped underneath that first floor, but you still have something to decorate the upper deck with. So as I did that, this second level here has windows and it's going to have a wall with some greebling built out across the top to try and make it look a little bit more like it's out of the Star Wars universe. And then each of these sections will be like its own room here and one over here. On the far side, you can see I did a kind of a mirror build on the opposite side of that will do the same thing. It's really important when building these to be able to create a space where you can get your hands inside to be able to grab things for placement. So that's why I did this extra wide hangar door. It's a little bit excessive, but to get my big old bear paws in there, kind of has to be that way. And then I built the back side here is going to be completely open so that the public can see inside and kind of see some of the details we build out. Kind of like this giant symbol that's probably going to be a Jedi symbol when I'm done with it, making this look like maybe this was a Jedi outpost that had been taken over by the rebels. But the top here will have a wall that goes up and then terrain kind of dropping down is the goal. I know it's kind of hard to visualize right now, but this is only the front half of the build. The whole build is going to be 4 48 plates deep, which will fit an entire display table at a convention. I really appreciate your support in this. This is my first time trying to do a video walking through all the steps of the build. So if there's something I didn't talk about or something you saw that I should talk about, please let me know. I honestly don't know what I'm doing here other than building Lego and having fun.